Hi friends, welcome to the next 12 sets of 9 WH questions. We are doing this exercise so that you will be able to ask and answer WH questions in the right manner. When you do that, you are definitely going to learn fluent English. The methodology, framing the correct method of framing a WH question and how you are going to answer to that WH question is more important. It is information that you are passing and you need to pass that information correctly. I will write the next 12 sets on the board for you. Please observe carefully, observe how the questions are written, how the sentences are written, and observe the pronunciation and the neutral accent. When I am repeating those sentences, I will be going a little fast. If possible, you try to follow me. Okay? You can practice along with me. It will help you a lot. I wish you all the best. "12 sets of 9 WH questions." Okay, they are what, where, when, why, who, whose, whom, which, and how. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the sentence over here is, he measures IQs. We are going to take the first one. What does he do? Answer: he measures IQs. Second one. Where does he measure IQs? Answer to that: he measures IQs in schools and clinics. Third one. When does he measure IQs? Answer to that: he measures IQs when children are sent to him. Fourth one. Why does he measure IQs? Answer to that: he measures IQs to know the children's intelligence quotient. Fifth one. Who measures IQs? Answer: Dr. Radhakrishna measures IQs. Sixth one: whose IQs does he measure? Answer to that: he measures the school children IQs. Seventh one: with whom does he measure IQs? He measures IQs with his assistants. Eighth one: which IQ does he measure? He measures the intelligence IQs. Ninth one: how does he measure IQs? He measures IQs with a questionnaire. So friends, I have made one set. I will just read out that set and we will move on to the remaining 11 sets. Please listen carefully. What does he do? He measures IQs. Where does he measure IQs? He measures IQs in schools and clinics. When does he measure IQs? He measures IQs when children are sent to him. Why does he measure IQs? He measures IQs to know the children's intelligence quotient. Who measures IQs? Dr. Radhakrishna measures IQs. Whose IQs does he measure? He measures the school children IQs. With whom does he measure IQs? He measures IQs with his assistants. Which IQs does he measure? He measures the intelligent IQs. How does he measure IQs? He measures IQs with a questionnaire. Second set. What did he do? He measured IQs. Where did he measure IQs? He measured IQs in schools and clinics. When did he measure IQs? He measured IQs when children were sent to him. Why did he measure IQs? He measured IQs to know the children's intelligence quotient. Who measured IQs? Dr. Radhakrishna measured IQs. Whose IQs did he measure? He measured the school children IQs. With whom did he measure IQs? He measured IQs with his assistants. Which IQs did he measure? He measured the intelligence IQs. How did he measure IQs? He measured IQs with a questionnaire. Third set. What will he do? He will measure IQs. Where will he measure IQs? He will measure IQs in the school and clinics. When will he measure IQs? He will measure IQs when children are sent to him. Why will he measure IQs? He will measure IQs to know the children's intelligence quotient. Who will measure IQs? Dr. Radhakrishna will measure IQs. Whose IQs will he measure? He will measure the school children's IQs. With whom will he measure IQs? He will measure IQs with his assistants. Which IQs will he measure? He will measure the intelligence IQs. How will he measure IQs? He will measure IQs with a questionnaire. Coming to the fourth one. What is he doing? He is measuring IQs. Where is he measuring IQs? He is measuring IQs in schools and clinics. When is he measuring IQs? He is measuring IQs when children are being sent to him. Why is he measuring IQs? He is measuring IQs to know the children's intelligence quotient. Who is measuring IQs? Dr. Radhakrishna is measuring IQs. Whose IQs is he measuring? He is measuring the school children IQs. With whom is he measuring IQs? He is measuring IQs with his assistants. Which IQs is he measuring? He is measuring the intelligence IQs. How is he measuring IQs? He is measuring IQs with a questionnaire. Fifth one. What was he doing? He was measuring IQs. Where was he measuring IQs? He was measuring IQs in schools and clinics. When was he measuring IQs? He was measuring IQs when children were sent to him. Why was he measuring IQs? He was measuring IQs to know the children's intelligence quotient. Who was measuring IQs? Dr. Radhakrishna was measuring IQs. Whose IQs was he measuring? He was measuring the school children IQs. With whom was he measuring IQs? He was measuring IQs with his assistants. Which IQs was he measuring? He was measuring the intelligence IQs. How was he measuring IQs? He was measuring IQs with a questionnaire. The sixth one. What will he be doing? He will be measuring IQs. Where will he be measuring IQs? He will be measuring IQs in schools and clinics. When will he be measuring IQs? He will be measuring IQs when children will be sent to him. Why will he be measuring IQs? He will be measuring IQs to know the children's intelligence quotient. Who will be measuring IQs? Dr. Radhakrishna will be measuring IQs. Whose IQs will he be measuring? He will be measuring the school children IQs. With whom will he be measuring IQs? He will be measuring IQs with his assistants. Which IQs will he be measuring? He will be measuring the intelligence quotient IQs. How will he be measuring IQs? He will be measuring IQs with a questionnaire. Now we are coming to the seventh one. What has he done? He has measured IQs. Where has he measured IQs? He has measured IQs in schools and clinics. When has he measured IQs? He has measured IQs when children were sent to him. Why has he measured IQs? He has measured IQs to know the children's intelligence quotient. Who has measured IQs? Dr. Radhakrishna has measured IQs. With whom? Whose IQs has he measured? He has measured the school children IQs. With whom has he measured IQs? He has measured IQs with his assistants. Which IQs has he measured? He has measured the intelligence IQs. How has he measured IQs? He has measured IQs with a questionnaire. Coming to the seventh one. What had he done? He had measured IQs. Where had he measured IQs? He had measured IQs in schools and clinics. When had he measured IQs? He had measured IQs when children were sent to him. Why had he measured IQs? He had measured IQs to know the children's intelligence quotient. Who had measured IQs? Dr. Radhakrishna had measured IQs. Whose IQs had he measured? He had measured the school children IQs. With whom had he measured IQs? He had measured IQs with his assistants. Which IQs had he measured? He had measured the intelligence IQs. How had he measured IQs? He had measured IQs with a questionnaire. Coming to the ninth one. What will he have done? He will have measured IQs. Where will he have measured IQs? He will have measured IQs in schools and clinics. When will he have measured IQs? He will have measured IQs when children will have been sent to him. Why will he have measured IQs? He will have measured IQs to know the children's intelligence quotient. Who will have measured IQs? Dr. Radhakrishna will have measured IQs. Whose IQs will he have measured? He will have measured the school children IQs. With whom will he have measured IQs? He will have measured IQs with his assistants. Which IQs will he have measured? He will have measured the intelligence IQs. How will he have measured IQs? He will have measured IQs using a questionnaire. Now we are coming to the 10th one. What has he been doing? He has been measuring IQs. Where has he been measuring IQs? He has been measuring IQs in schools and clinics. When has he been measuring IQs? He has been measuring IQs when children are being sent to him. Why has he been measuring IQs? He has been measuring IQs to know the children's intelligence quotient. Who has been measuring IQs? Dr. Radhakrishna has been measuring IQs. Whose IQs has he been measuring? He has been measuring the school children IQs. With whom has he been measuring IQs? He has been measuring IQs with his assistants. Which IQs has he been measuring? He has been measuring the intelligence IQs. How has he been measuring IQs? He has been measuring IQs with a questionnaire. The 11th one. What had he been doing? He had been measuring IQs. Where had he been measuring IQs? He had been measuring IQs in schools and clinics. When had he been measuring IQs? He had been measuring IQs when children had been sent to him. Why had he been measuring IQs? He had been measuring IQs to know the children's intelligence quotient. Who had been measuring IQs? Dr. Radhakrishna had been measuring IQs. Whose IQs had he been measuring? He had been measuring the school children IQs. With whom had he been measuring IQs? He had been measuring IQs with his assistants. Which IQs had he been measuring? He had been measuring the intelligence IQs. How had he been measuring IQs? He had been measuring IQs with a questionnaire. Coming to the last one. What will he have been doing? He will have been measuring IQs. Where will he have been measuring IQs? He will have been measuring IQs in schools and clinics. When will he have been measuring IQs? He will have been measuring IQs when children will have been sent to him. Why will he have been measuring IQs? He will have been measuring IQs to know the children's intelligence quotient. Who will have been measuring IQs? Dr. Radhakrishna will have been measuring IQs. Whose IQs will he have been measuring? He will have been measuring the school children IQs. With whom will he have been measuring IQs? He will have been measuring IQs with his assistants. Which IQs will he have been measuring? He will have been measuring the intelligence IQs. How will he have been measuring IQs? He will have been measuring IQs with a questionnaire. Friends, don't worry about the technicality of the questions. We are much more interested in framing the correct way of framing using these WH questions. Here I have framed them correctly for you, and here I have answered them correctly for you. All I want you to do is just keep practicing along with me. The more you practice along with me, the more fluently you're going to speak fluent English. I wish you all the best.